What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel Advantage Player Workshop. Today's video was shot on Friday the 28th in the afternoon. We set out to do a betting session. Lo and behold, we hit the all tall small bonus again. But we didn't try to set out to snipe it this time like we did in the previous video. This one here, we really try to prolong our roll and be a little bit more methodical. So this one here is less climactic. It's quite long, so I've done everybody a favor, and I've sped it up to about 1.5 time, a little under 1.4 speed. So you see me move it a little quickly here. That's for your benefit. So that way, if you feel like sitting through the whole thing, it doesn't take up half your day. So the whole video was originally around 35 minutes long. It's just over 20. But if you want to see my mechanics and my landings and my dice set and all that, I've tried to do you a solid and make it go a little quicker for you. So obviously I'm doing this voiceover after the fact. My sped up voice will kick in here when this is done. But when we set out to do this, we weren't really sure how it was going to go because we never really focused on hitting all the numbers. We were setting it the same, and we bet what we were rolling, and then we just tried to keep repeating the action over and over. And as I said in my previous video, this has made the game a lot more fun and a lot more profitable. But this one here, I really intentionally did not try to go after the bonus. I'm not trying to hit it, of course, but I'm really trying to be a little bit more methodical, get my bets up to a pretty decent size. We started out with a $5,000 bankroll, Monopoly money, of course, but this is where you get the skills of the practice and all that stuff. So you got to simulate it as best you can. And we started out with $5,000. We turned a total profit of $13,909. And had we pulled our money down when we hit the ATS, which oddly enough, or ironically enough, we sevened out right after. We kind of lost interest after we hit that, but we left about $3,500 out there on the table. So it would have looked somewhere in the neighborhood of $17,400 profit, starting with the $5,000 bankroll. Totally realistic. We used some different sets. We started out with a 6-6-4-4, sixes on top, fours in the back. And then we moved it around a little bit. I don't know if that set is the exact order, but those are the sets you're going to see if you watch it all the way through. We were throwing some beautiful primary hits. I mean, we had really good kill shots in here. There's a couple of errant throws in there. And you'll see them. You see the bounce right there, for instance, bounce way up high in the air. And this surface is bouncy. I mean, we put this surface on the table to make it as hard as we possibly could on ourselves, knowing that we would overcome. And we have. And that's just all there is to it. I've said it from the very beginning. Any table surface can be beat, but you must possess the skills to deliver the dice in different ways with different launch landing angle, different speed, different spin. And that's all the distance styles that I've covered in previous videos. It's all divided up into two parts, distance and direction. And you get your distance styles figured in first by your landing. So when you see one of these dice bounce up really high off the table, it pretty much tells you it's a pretty solid, pretty soft surface, and it's got some spring to it. But when you see them come in nice and soft and kill, that's because I hit it with the right amount of speed, spin, and landing angle that then killed it up underneath one of the pyramids or right at the rail. And the reason I bring all that up is because it's really important to have all those different tools in your bag. You need to practice all those different methods of throwing it. I don't mean just the standard throwing it right at the wall. I don't mean throwing it to the left or the right, but you need to change speeds. You need to change spin. And a lot of that can be done with the grip. A lot of people already know this, but you can do it with all the different types: grip pressure, arm swing speed. All those things come into play, so you really need to practice all that because it's really going to show you how to defeat any surface. As a matter of fact, hitting this ATS was surprisingly easy now that I've really worked at it for a period of time, because that's just what I do. I get my teeth locked into something and I don't let go until I've got it. And now I feel pretty confident. I feel like I've got it. So I'm probably going to take this surface down a layer or two and make it a little bit more like the ones we just played at in Las Vegas, where we also hit the ATS bonus. And, the fact is we're hitting it at home every couple of days. We've hit it live. It's just not a hurdle. I mean, it's not a big hill. We've worked so hard. I have worked so hard at my skills at this game that I feel that they are transferable on any table. I could take them just about anywhere. I need some time with the dice, of course. Not denying that. I always said that. I can't just walk right out of the gate and nail it every time like I did at the Paris. That was, that was a bit of good fortune or dumb luck or whatever you want to say. But either way, I'm not giving the money back. It doesn't matter. But the fact is, I've come home and I've proved it to myself here. 2 days in a row with a couple day break in between. I still throw the dice, of course, but yeah, it's not a hard thing to do, and I encourage everybody to really set your sights on something like this, practice it, and then and go after it and get it, and it's possible. So, you know, my skills have developed such just from creating the YouTube channel, and I really didn't. That really wasn't my main goal. I was really just trying to learn YouTube and create some decent content, and then so I could take those YouTube skills and transfer it to some other type of niche. But having done this, one of the byproducts of this was really just, man, I'm really surprised at how much I've improved in the last since we started our very first video on November 20th. And the reason I bring that up is not to brag or gloat or anything, but just to tell that anybody who is watching these videos and they're interested in improving their own game, this is what you need to do. You don't need to put them on YouTube necessarily, but you need to take a camera from this angle only. You can waste time all you like getting slow motion cameras and putting them right up there at the wall if you want. It's just a big waste of time. Get this angle right here. Watch your mechanics, watch your set, watch how you're releasing them. You can still see the dice land at the end of the table. You can still tell if it was a good landing, bad landing, what line you were taking. You can tell all of that from this angle and save yourself some trouble. Instead of setting up multiple cameras and multiple feeds and all that. If you want to do all that and you got the time, go ahead. I don't have the patience or the time to do all that. It's not really necessary. This is really what you got. It gets all the angles in it. It gets the betting. You see all the dice right there in front of you, so you can see your patterns. You can go back and log it into your Crapsy or your software or whatever other tools you're using. I recommend you use something. Doesn't have to be one or the other. Um, I actually I actually caught one of the guys' video railing against, he's an instructor. He was railing against other people's software or something. He didn't say anybody's name specifically, but you could pretty much tell who he was talking about. Found it quite entertaining. And I do believe in some tracking. I really do, to a point, right? Once you get some skill, though, you can pretty much throw the spreadsheets out the window. You pretty much know what your dice are doing, in that moment, because the game of craps is not learned and beaten and played, over the span of 5,000 rolls. That's good to do for your initial phase, your initial stage of your learning process. That was pretty good, Lanny. But once you've done it, 5,000, once you've thrown the dice 5,000 times or so, which doesn't take that long, believe it or not. Once you've done that, you really get the feel. The game the game becomes all about feel. And that's really goes back to what I was saying of why you should learn to throw the dice in multiple ways, multitude of ways. Learn how to throw to the left, the right, high, low, less spin, more spin, right tilt angle, left face angle, all these offsetting angle, all these things that I've talked about that you don't really hear a lot of people talk about. But the reason for doing it all those different ways intentionally is it teaches you how the dice reacted when they landed. For instance, when the dice land on their right side, right, they're going to bounce to the left, right? And then opposite is true. And that's for a right-handed shooter shooting from stick left one. The reason I intentionally did that, I don't know if it was intentional when I first started. I just did it to kind of experiment. But one byproduct of the whole thing was, or a side effect was that by intentionally using all those angles and watching how the dice reacted by moving to the left or bouncing to the left, right, or bouncing high when I came in steep or skipping low when I came in low, is it taught me how to read my dice. And then when I go backward, and then when I reverse engineer it and I go backwards, when I'm trying to keep the dice flat on axis, landing flat, and they're not landing flat, it's plain as day to me what happened with my dice. You released it a little bit this way, or you released it a little bit this way. And it teaches you how to make those micro adjustments to get yourself back on track. If you're just trying to throw it the one way and land it flat all the time, but you don't have a lot of experience throwing them all those other ways, it could be a little bit misleading and you may have a harder time getting yourself back on the rails. And that's just my opinion. That's just how I kind of stumbled on, having the ability to adjust my throw a lot. And that's really what has turned the game into more of a robotic, okay, at this amount of spin or at this degree of tilt angle. It's not about that anymore. It's really all about feel. So when I first get started with a particular set and I'm getting a poor result, right? I'm either not hitting the numbers I'm after or I'm rolling a bunch of sevens or something. Well, rather than just changing the set, right, I start to move my target line just a little bit, like I've shown in previous videos. And then once I start to see a good outcome, right, knowing that my throw is consistent, well, then now I know my throw is right, right? So now I can either change the set or keep it or whatever I want to do. And so I hate to keep beating a dead horse there, but it's important, and I think it's worth covering again. Um, but I'm really enjoying this. We're still learning and trying to figure out what is the GTO way to play, game theory optimal way to play, much like much like poker players do. Spend a lot of time learning GTO and poker, and I've really tried to apply a lot of the same concepts here, even though this is 90% physical act, right? Whereas poker is like 100% mental. There is mental in this. There's the math and there's the betting and the strategies. Of course, there's all that, but poker has that as well. But this has that physical element when you throw in the dice, of course. That no other game has, and no other game the casino has. And again, I'll die on that hill. This is by far the best game there is because it's the only game you touch the element of chance, and on top of that, it pays you plus money odds every bet you make, unlike Blackjack, which is basically always an even money proposition, and you don't touch the cards. So you basically have to out count the count, right? You have to out strategize the count. You know all about Blackjack, right? But and it can be beaten. But again, at the end of the day, you're getting paid even money, right? This game here, you get yourself into their money, and you get your skills, nice and sharp, and you go on a nice run where you're getting plus money odds. Boy, the wins they just rack up in a hurry. And so there's not a doubt in my mind if you have the skill, of course, or if you know somebody with skill. If you know another couple of shooters and they're really good and you're not a great shooter, well, guess what? You can be the partner and you can be the money man, and that's just how it works. And you know what? If you're not on their team, who cares? Follow them around and just bet on the numbers. Bet on the numbers they're betting on. You'll find a way if you're striving to be an advantage player. And now that let's say you've watched this channel, you've learned a couple things, but your throw isn't quite there yet, but you happen to know a couple people who may be, or you know what to look for when you go to a casino. Well, that's all you need right there. Whenever you see them at the table, get yourself a spot and follow their bets. And that's just another way to go about taking advantage of a good controller who can go on, 37 roll runs and put $14,000 profit in the rack. And that's how we did it on this one. So I want to appreciate all the new members, the new subscribers, all the guys who went and bought something off the internet, the patches, the stickers. Really appreciate all that. It helps support our channel, helps keep doing this. This one here was quite anticlimactic. It was very methodical. I was not trying to snipe it. There was next to no excitement in this one. So I'm sorry if you're getting a little dull, but let me wrap the commentary up. I've sped it up a little bit here, so you probably got about another 10 minutes to go or so. And thanks for everybody for watching. Please leave any comments you like down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you on the next one. Also, before I forget, I want to wish good luck to Scott and his wife. A couple of our members, they're out in Las Vegas right now. He's going out to play craps for the first time since he's seen our channel here, and so I'm sure he's anxious. I'm a little nervous, and we're hoping for the best. I know he's put in a lot of work to work on his game. And Scott, good luck to you and the missus. Hope you do well. Keep me posted, buddy. And that is a 4-2-6. We needed it for our bonus. We aren't even close to hitting the all, which we need the tall for. Lose our 25 right here on hard 6. Let's put that back up. Pays us 280 right here. Don't change anything. Keep it the same. And that is a 6-6-12. That is really what we needed. We needed to come close. We are the 9 and the 10 away from hitting the all or the ATS again. And that is a 2-2 hard 4. That is a big one. That hits this one right here. Bingo. Right here. Pays 200.
minus the vig. Pays us 2-1 right here. Pays us even money right here. Checks that off, check that off. Wait a minute, no, we did not get paid here. So that is 150 for a hard 4. All right. We're down to needing the 9, 10, the 2, and the 3. That is a 4, 2, 6 again. Lose the hard right here. Get paid 280 right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. That was a come out. That was a come out. Now that's the point. No harm. We don't owe anything for the hard 6. I'm not sure how that just happened, but did I take a dice away from here or something? Okay, point is 6. We're gonna go full odds here. 5 times odds right there. We're gonna go ahead and put another $1.20 right here. There's that. Now that everything's working. Now's about the time when you start dialing up with a 10. I'm gonna turn the dice around. I'm gonna put the, oh, never mind, they already were. And that is a 1, 3, 4. That could not have looked any better. 1, 3, 4. I'm not sure what's happened here. Pays 2-1. We lost the hard 4. Give them the 25. So we've accomplished quite a few things here. You know, we've hit the small. We've hit one of our hops, and we abandoned it quickly once we turned a profit on it. We've hit multiple hardways. And that is a 2-2 hard 4 again. And that is a thing of beauty. Right here. Commission. 6-1. Pays 150. Yeah. We are looking pretty good on this hand. All right, we're going to go ahead and go. We're going to press all the numbers. We're going to leave that the way it is. Everything else is looking pretty sufficient at the moment. We're going to get that hard 10. 5, 1, 6. Lose our hardway right here. Get paid 140, 280, just call it 300 for everything. Another one. Point is off. We still need the 10 and the 9. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit here. We're going to start going after this bonus. Oh man, that is a 6, 3, 9. That was way too strong, but that is okay. Checks off that. That is now our point. Let's move. That was here, 4 times odds right there. We're going to go ahead and go up another 200 on the 9. All right, let's see if we can't get this figured out here. We need the 10. So we're going to go like this. That is a 5, 3, 8. Pays us, where are we at here? We were at 3, but we were at 480. All right, I like it. Okay, we lost the quarter on the hard way, but we are going to press up all of our hard ways, 250 apiece. We just put another roughly 600 back in the rack. We are the 10 away from the all, folks. $549, that is our point. That pays 140 here. Let's see here. That's 280, 420. Call it 450. Let's take the $500 chip right here. Give back 50. Our odds. Point is off. All right, there's another hit. Let's just keep going and start over. We need the 10 for the ATS. Five, 6 yo, that pays right here. Come out, roll still. really haven't really tried to snipe numbers today. We're just trying to, we are trying to hit it, but we're really just trying to get to the, is a hard 6. We love that one. Bets are off though, unfortunately. Did not call them on. 5 times odds. Let's go ahead and go up 480. Let's call these 480 each. We're going to go up 200 on the 9. I'm going to go ahead and add 15 minutes to my timer here. We're going to go up 400 here. Oh, that was a come out. That's right. Okay. Hard 8. We are throwing some beautiful primary hits, folks. That's how that works right there. 400 right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh no. 516. We lose our hard 6 right here. Call that we're trying to hit this 9, or I'm sorry, we're trying to hit this 10. Oh, 6-5 yo. 6-5 yo. That was our come out roll, wasn't it? Because we just nailed our point. Okay, this pays right here. Still a come out. Oh, 549. All right, 549. Here we go right here. We're gonna leave that up on the 9. All we can do is go 4 times odds. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got about 30, 31, 32, we got 3,300 at risk currently. There's 25. Call that 3,000, 4,000, 9,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 85. We got about $9,000 here. $9,000, 10, 11, 12. Hard 10. And that's how that's done, folks. You know what time it is. Okay, 700. Right there. Oh, 7, 3, 7. Boom, we just hit the ATS again, but this time we weren't trying to snipe them. We were trying to work our numbers, get them up to a nice healthy, stack. Hard 10. That's going to be another 350 right here, and then right here that's going to be 1,000. Let's go ahead and finish the rollout just to see how great it could be. 5 deuce. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 7, about $14,000 roughly on that one roll, more or less. So, and we hit the ATS again. Just how it goes, folks. What can I say? See you on the next one.